to become that woman. I heard you want to become a woman who has a schedule, has a clean home, works out consistently, is focused on yourself and what's good for you. The person that cooks at home, has relationships of substance, and is doing well financially. But no matter how hard you try, you can never get it. What if I told you that you can actually experience all of those wonderful things by just making a few small changes that are already within you? Because the harsh truth is, the reason for you not yet experiencing those great things isn't because you're defected, or because you don't have enough time, or because it's not a possibility for you, or any of the other excuses that you keep telling yourself. In this video, I'll share some key high-value woman habits and the details that no one is sharing about becoming that woman. We have all been conditioned to believe that if we want to experience change in any aspect of our lives, whether that be relationships, money, health, finances, appearance, whatever it is, that we must wait for something external to happen. The men need to get better, the job needs to pay better, the genetics are to blame. Just something outside of us is the cause as to why we're experiencing what we're experiencing, or the something outside of us is the creator of the change that we wish to see in our lives. This is preposterously incorrect. You can experience massive shifts in your reality right now, in your money, your relationships, whatever it is, only if you want to, of course, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how. This is the breakdown of today's video, and these are the chapter cards. As always, the link for the done-for-you summarizations, concise notes, and action steps for this video and all my previous videos will be linked down below in the pinned comments as well as in the description box. The reason a high-value woman is a high-value woman is because she's in a very high vibrational zone. She is operating in her life from a very concrete place of self. That is the key detail nobody is sharing. Once you build a zone within yourself that is focused, that is stable, and that is sure, nothing can infiltrate you, nothing can come into your bubble, and your energy becomes so expensive. Money comes, the relationships come, the juicy, charismatic energy comes. Literally everything that you want to experience comes when you build a solid zone within yourself and you operate only from that zone. So a high-value woman has this perfectly curated. She has a set of core values and principles that she operates from, which creates this expensive energy, and I urge you to watch the entire video because each one is very important. The first step, create the fear of losing you by adopting a willingness to walk away. So many people are attached to people in their lives that do not serve them. And that creates a subconscious motivation in the people that you are surrounded by to use you, to take advantage of you, to disrespect you, because they know you will never walk away and you will never leave no matter what they do. That energy is so low value, it's so low vibrational. People bring you what you let them. If they bring you disrespect, it's because you're letting them. If people are bringing you dusty energy, it's because you're letting them. What you let someone do to you is not a reflection of their character, it's a reflection of yours. So create expensive energy to become expensive. This is just code for being hard to access. You should not have people in your life that can easily access you and easily disrespect you. If you have people in your life that are constantly doing this and depleting you of your energy and you're feeling drained all the time by these interactions, it's because you are letting them. Not consciously, but subconsciously and energetically. These are the things that are driving people to be like, hey, I'm gonna use her today. In high school, I had a group of 6 girlfriends. So it was me plus 5 other girls. And there was this one girl who just wanted to be somebody's best friend. So she knew I love to eat. So she would always bribe me with food. She would always be like, let's go grab lunch, it's on me. Let's go grab lunch, it's on me. Because she let me do it, I didn't say no. That's the thing you have to understand. When you open the door for people to come in and take advantage of you, it's not because they want to, it's because you're allowing them to. The door is wide open. One thing about humans, if you give us an easy route, we are going to take it. So the path of least resistance was me going and being like, yeah, I'll go out to lunch with you. I didn't consciously know that she wanted this thing, like she wanted a best friend. I just knew that I was about to eat, and so I was going to. But what was she left with? Feeling used, having resentment toward everybody because everyone was using her. So when you have a willingness to walk away from anything, anybody, no matter what the situation is, the feelings involved, whatever it is, and say, you know what, this isn't serving me, that creates creates a fear of losing you, and that then motivates everybody in your life, strangers even, to respect you, because they know that if they don't come correct, they're not coming at all. They're getting kicked to the curb. Let's do this exercise really quickly together. I want you to think of 5 people in your life right now and put a money value on them. Not to outline their worth, but to outline the kind of behavior that they might be coming to you with, right? So you've got 5 people. This might be a $5 friend, $2 friend. Let's get lucky and say that's a $10 friend, a $7 friend, and a $1 friend. That is all cheap, low value, bare minimum behavior that they're coming to you with. There's a very low cost on their energy, okay? And the low cost on their energy towards you is because you have priced them this way based on your energy. Higher class, top tier kind of energy behavior is what we're striving towards. We need like $500 friends, $1,000 friends. Like, these numbers need to be astronomically high. Why? Because that means that they're only going to come to you with the best, most luxurious energy, because they know that if they don't, they won't have access to you. They cannot access you. Because your energy is so expensive, they cannot come to you with anything cheaper than that price that you have priced on yourself. And what this does is it removes everybody in your zone of reality that is taking advantage of you subconsciously, unknowingly, maybe consciously, maybe knowingly, but you are just so scared to assert expensive energy because of fear that you will lose people in your life. Unfortunately, when you have goals like the ones I mentioned at the beginning of the video, when you have goals like mine, when we have the same goals, and I know that because you're watching this video, when we have goals like this, some people just cannot come to that next level with us. I have told you many times before that I had a group of friends of 20 and I cut them all out because they just could not come to that next level with me, and I would not be here if I still had those friends. It just wasn't aligning. The next level of life that you're so desperate for isn't not happening because you don't have the time, you don't have the money, you're not lucky enough, you're not destined for it. It's because you're holding on to people that will not survive that next level that you're trying to go to. But you keep holding on to them and they're bringing you back down. And when I mean bringing you down, I mean they're taking away your focus, because you can't want this life but partake in this life. These two things do not happen. You have to make a choice at some point when you decide that you're gonna go all in on creating your dream reality. We humans cannot go to another planet and live there. We gotta stay our ass here on Earth because it's an ascension that we will not survive. It's too high of an ascension for us. So listen to these words carefully. Stop trying to make your dreams the dreams of those around you, and stop making your dreams smaller to fit the dreams of those people around you. Run that back and make that your affirmation. Some people have smaller goals. Some people have bigger goals, and it's okay, but you have to recognize when your goals are not aligned with somebody else's goals, and you really have to evaluate if keeping this person in your life is worth sacrificing the life that you dream of every single night when you go to bed, the life that you keep scripting in your journal, the life that you visualize every single day that you catch yourself daydreaming thinking about. Is that life worth keeping this person in your life because you fear losing them? And remember, you build this willingness to walk away because it's your truth, not for an outcome, not so that you can show that person what they're gonna miss, or you better recognize because now I'm gone and you better, understand what you lost. No, you train yourself to do it as part of your identity, as part of your truth, and you just do it very naturally because it is who you are. I will walk away when I don't get treated with respect, when we are not aligning. Number 2, becoming self-aware. Not the generic type of internal self-awareness where you're aware of your thoughts and yourself as you move through the world, or the external type where you're aware of yourself in social situations, but the type of self-awareness that you know your center and you can easily snap back to that center when you're getting thrown off course, and also your baseline. So your baseline is your normal state of being. So right now, take a self-analysis moment and think about what your baseline is. Maybe right now, your baseline is constant irritation, constant agitation, and every time you wake up, That's your baseline. You're just in a chronic state of frustration and annoyance and just maybe sadness. So now let's make that positive. Your baseline, let's say it's happy, it's joyful, it's positive, it's abundant, and you're just feeling all the good things and you're moving through life and you just feel really good. And every time you wake up, you're at your baseline. But then as you start going through the day, a situation happens. You get caught up in traffic. Someone cuts you off on the highway. Your baseline changes, right? You get a little bit irritated. Okay, so this is baseline. Now you're getting a little irritated. Someone just cut you off. Okay, how quickly does it take you to come back down to baseline? Maybe it's an hour, maybe it's 2, maybe your whole day's ruined, right? Take this self-analysis moment and really think and be truthful. How long does it take you to get back to baseline when you get thrown off course? The first part about being self-aware is understanding what your baseline is, how long it takes you to get back to baseline when something throws you off, and what you can do to make your baseline a better place, okay? So if you started off as the former where you're always agitated, chronically frustrated, all of that, then you need to work on getting your baseline into a better baseline and starting your day off in a happier state. The second thing you would have to work on is getting back to baseline at a quicker rate. So taking a full day when someone cuts you off to get back to baseline is not self-serving. It doesn't help you. So this level of self-awareness is a lot deeper. You have to catch yourself in these moments of getting knocked off course, coming back to baseline a lot quicker than you did the day before. Now, center is like your focus. Let's say this is more macro. It's not as small as getting cut off in traffic. How long does it take me to come back to center, aka come back to focus? When I have an argument with somebody, when I have a disagreement, when something happens that is emotionally disruptive to my system, how long does it take me to come back to center? Does it take me a week? Does it take me 2 weeks? How long are you sitting in this emotional state? We have to make sure that we're coming back to center as quickly as possible. So coming back to center, coming back to focus is basically how long does it take you to accept the emotions, accept the situation that happened? How long does it take you to sit with this situation and the emotions? How long does it take you to process this situation and the emotions? And then how long does it take to come back to center? It's basically a 3-step situation. How long does it take you to complete all 3 steps? When something bigger happens that causes more of an emotional stir up, we don't want to be taking 2 or 3 weeks to come back to that focus and that center, because it's just going to cause this peak and this valley situation continuously in our life, and it's going to seem like our goals are harder and harder to achieve because we're taking 3 weeks to a month off of our focus. Make sure in this phase, this self-awareness phase, that you're not just being self-aware like, oh, I got triggered today, let me journal about it. It's self-awareness that requires you to really analyze your baseline, analyze how long it takes you to come back to center and get through those 3 phases and make that a quicker process. The art of seduction, to become a magnet. So we're going to use the power of secrecy, aka mystery. We are going to cultivate mystery with others so that they find us more attractive and we increase our seduction levels by becoming charismatic. So here's the paradox. We are going to become mysterious by becoming overly social. And this works. Why? Because when you are charismatic, when you are just a warm, sociable person, you are focused on the other person versus yourself. So everybody in this world is focused on themselves. We want to talk about ourselves because we know how to do that best. We just know ourselves better. So we feel like we're going to fill conversation and awkwardness and silence with just talking about ourselves, but that deters people. Charisma is really built by focusing your attention not on yourself, but on the other person. Really getting to know the other person, their interests, what they like. Oh, you just picked up flowers this weekend? Oh, what kind of flowers are your favorite? Where did you pick your flowers up? Maybe you can get me in touch with the person that you get your flowers from. Everything has to be centered around this person. This one makes them love you because they want to talk about themselves and they're getting the opportunity to do so because you're actually asking them questions. Now, the second part is to actually want to do this. And making this genuine comes from the actual love of connecting with people and wanting to talk to people. And it should come from this optimistic attitude of like, I generally enjoy people and I generally want to view them in the best way possible. So having a positive view of anybody that you meet is the first step, and just viewing them as like, I actually like this person and I really want to get to know them. I'm going to ask them questions. This genuine interest in people can only be formed when you're surrounding yourself with people that interest you. That's the caveat. You won't be interested in people that you just are not interested in. So you have to find people that genuinely make you want to ask questions about them. Now, the second part is the mystery part, the power of secrecy, to make you more attractive and irresistible. When you're focused on the other person, you're not revealing anything really about yourself, which is a double whammy for you. You're getting just brownie points because you keep pressing this person about their life and they love that, but they're also now sitting there thinking, geez, I didn't ask her anything about her. Like, I don't really know anything about her. She's this great person who is asking me questions about myself all night and really getting to know me and show interest in me, but I didn't even really ask her anything about her. Like, oh, I really want to have another conversation with her. Like, who is she? Can I get her number? Where did she come from? Like, how can I find her? How can I get in touch with this woman? I just felt so great in her presence, and now I want to know more about her because I didn't get anything about her. It was all about me. That's how you start building that incredible, sensational attraction level. So I'll break down the formula really quick. Focusing on the charisma, which is focusing on the other person, which therein builds the mystery because you're not revealing anything about yourself because you're too focused on the other person and making them feel heard and seen, which will make them want to make you feel heard and seen next time. And they will do anything in their power to get another conversation with you. So the fourth part is diversifying your portfolio. I'm not talking about investing in stocks, mutual funds, dividends, none of that. I'm talking about investing into yourself, your skills, and your knowledge. Diversifying your knowledge and expertise is the secret of a high value woman because this means that she no longer has to rely on anybody or anything outside of her to bring her more money, a better job, a better career, build expertise, expand your knowledge so that you can become a magnet for those things. And in doing this, nobody can take credit for who you are and who you become and where you go in your life. Learning a high income skill is so incredibly important, and this is such a secret that nobody's really sharing. You have to get good at one of these things: content creation, copywriting, marketing, editing, everything that has to do with basically like the digital world. You need to learn something that can fill this demand because there's a huge demand. Everything is online, everything AI, everything social media. You need to pick something and you need to start learning it, and that is going to completely transform your life, your income. And going off of this, a mindset in this money section is being a student always. And this is the biggest red flag that I notice in so many people that are like 99%ers, mediocre people, is they think that they know it all, yet they live a very mediocre life. The most successful entrepreneurs, the most successful people in life have the humility to say, I do not know it all. We're always seeking to find people that know more than us. Our friendships are ones that we're here and they're here because that means they're going to bring us up and they're going to constantly keep ascending us. That is the mindset you have to go into life with. You don't know anything and you just need to learn things. What can you learn from this person? What can you learn from this person? This part is very much about self-discovery. And if you're sticking around for a while, you want to take your high value woman journey to the next level, go watch this video right here.